Okay, so for our third lesson now, we're getting into the different movements on the ground. We did the rear break fall, now we get to do the side break fall. So it's pretty simple. Last time we were falling backwards, both hands are grabbing or slapping the floor. This time it's going to be one side. So it'd just be like falling onto your side right here. So I want my hand by my hip or by my knee. My legs are nice and light, so I still want that rounded motion. Just like when we had the rear break fall, we're rocking this way. While side break fall, it's going to be a little bit of a rock. Not quite as much, but a little bit of a bend. So the first thing that we're going to practice is falling onto our side and onto our shoulder, just like before. We're holding onto our knees. Instead of being on my butt, I'm going to go onto the side of my thigh or my hip and rock. So nice and light, little push with the elbow to sit up. So that's the rocking part, right? Nice and light. The next part, hand is on my belt. I'm just going to slap the ground right here. Exactly like rear break fall, only just with one hand. So now we've got to put the two together. We want to sit up and I'm going to fall to my side. Now, to make the fall a little bit more natural, I'm going to kick one leg straight. Okay, so I'm going to kick one hand on my belt, one leg straight, and I roll onto my side. I roll onto my side. I'm not necessarily going to have my legs on the floor, but sometimes when you get thrown, this is going to happen. When we're doing a break fall by ourselves, we want to try and keep our legs up so we have that bend. So level one is going to be fall to one side, up, switch, fall to the other side, up, switch, fall to the other side. Now in this case, because this is very, very similar to getting thrown, we're going to fall straight down. This time we will land on our feet, okay, or have our feet on the ground, just like this. Switch sides, up, switch sides, up. If I'm falling back, nice round motion. So that would be our level one. Level two, we're getting into our squatted position. So now this leg is going to kick out. And you see the rocking's a little bit bigger now because we have a little bit more energy. So again, squatting, hand is going to come up, leg comes out. Nice light rocking motion. Not so big that we're going to hit our head. So same ideas of the rear break falls, now we're just on our side. Okay? Very, very simple. Now, the next part is our rear roll. So rear rolls are actually a little bit easier than forward rolls. We want to go backwards. So just like when we were doing that teeter-totter motion, if we went back a little bit too far, we're going to end up going over. So I want to roll over my shoulder backwards. Now here's a really good trick for this. I want to get my head off to the side so I don't hit the floor. So I can't go straight back. If I go straight back, I'm going to hit my head and I have to try and peel it out. So that's not very good. It's going to crank on my neck. On the mats, it doesn't hurt your head. It's going to affect your neck a little bit. So instead of laying straight back, I'm going to put my shoulder where my spine is lined up. So right now, my spine is lined up right here. I'm going to try and put my shoulder on this line. Oh, shoulder over. Sideways. You can see the mat. Spine is on the mat. Shoulders on that line. So we're just going to roll up, rock backwards and turn. Put that shoulder. I'm always looking up, so I want to be able to see what the spaces are behind me. Nice and round motion, no head on the floor. So nice and easy. And again, if you find that you're getting a little bit off to the side, like this, that is fine. Don't worry about it at all. Okay, we want to make sure that's nice and soft and nice and round. Okay, have fun. Okay, so now for the standing portion, we did last time of a cross side push. This time it's the same side push. So I'm facing John. Again, I want to be nice and close. If John's going to push, his hand's going to come inside. It's likely to come around. If it comes around, it's much easier for me to try and block it or control him. So likely this hand's going to come inside, and if he pushes, well again, I'm going to take that same step back. So again, I'm here and here. I want my hand to grab his elbow, just like on our mounting skate. Okay. So again, we're here, in, and I'm going to hook his arm. Okay, so it's like I'm doing a punch or an uppercut. I get my hips in, I lift, and then you get the throw. your knees together and still control the arm. Here. And you can always help your partner out. So, go through it again, nice and easy. Push, step. Try not to do this, because it's very easy for John to pull his hand out. Okay? If I'm here, it's harder for John to pull his hand out. He has to push up. He has to lift his arm up. So he's in, step, hook. My hips are in. My feet are shoulder width apart. And this is one of those things you gotta watch out for. Not this. If I lift John up now, and I put him down, he's gonna slide on my knee, which hurts me if I throw him hard. He's going to bend my knee in, and that's gonna rake his back down my knee. So it's unpleasant for both of us. We want our feet together, and if you want to look a nice classical look, heels together. And the reason for that is I take my heels apart, I'm roughly shoulder width apart. So this is strong, so is here. This is strong, but I have to watch out for my knee. So again, same side push, step, in, and into that arm bar position standing. This one can be a little tricky to do, and we don't want to worry about the throw yet. So this is how we train it without the throw. Same start, and put them back in. Same start, and put them back in. You should be able to control your partner's weight. My feet are shoulder width apart, and anytime I want, I just get a little bump and throw them over. Okay? Have some fun with this one and a little bit of control. Watch your balance. Enjoy. Okay, so now for the grounded portion. We did mount last time. Now we're going to work on guard. Somebody's inside your guard, and very, very simple attack to start with. Very common one. Someone's trying to grab your head. So I have John inside my guard, and he's holding on to my head. Now this might be because he's trying to control me, or maybe he's trying to headbutt me. So I want to block this headbutt right away. I don't want to go underneath his arm. I want to go over top. And you can see my hand is on his shoulder. Because if he can't headbutt at me anymore, he's going to try and punch. So my hand goes up to hook. Headbutt is stopped. Punch is stopped. John tries to pressure me with his shoulder. Trying to get my hip out, and the leg comes underneath his foot, or underneath his knee. And I lift him up, and I roll him over. So I'm going to slide right here a little bit. Now I'm in the mount position that we did before, only now I'm on top. If John grabs my head, I'm still stuck in this position. So what I want to do is get on my side. So my foot is by his hip, my knee is behind his neck, and I want to put my hands still in that headbutt position, but I'm going to bring one arm inside. I'm going to turn this hand and make a fist. Now what I don't want to do is push down. If I push down, John's pulling down, so give me a second. John's pulling down, and if I resist by pushing up, it's kind of bad jiu-jitsu. I'm using my force, my energy against his. So instead, I'm going to make a fist, hand upside down, other hand upside down, grabs the fist. I pull in, and I bring my right elbow to my hip, and I turn. This little turn motion as I lean. And you can see it puts some strain on John's shoulder, so he's going to try and hold on. Right here, if I turn, it's a little annoying. If I lean, it's a little annoying. If I put the two together, it's very annoying. I slide up, hook onto his arm, leg comes in, slide around his head, pinch my knees, and now I have an arm bar. So again, that arm bar that we did before against the standing attack or pushing, it's the same idea. We're hyperextending that elbow. So he's got his joint here, right? Bends this way, doesn't bend the other way. I'm going to push in the direction of his pinky this way, right? And I'm going to keep his arm still so it doesn't move. So again, he's got me in a headbutt or headlock. I block the headbutt, block the punch, turn my hip out. Really important. Hip is out. Leg underneath. Sweep. Up. He grabs. Make a fist. Make a hand. Pull. Turn. Follow it. Don't let him grab his hands together. Get your hands together, John. Don't go around the head. Oh, see, I can grab his hands. I don't want that to happen. So when he tries to get his hands together, I'm going to chase it with my head. And he is going to tap right now. I'm going to hold it tight. Slide up. Underfoot around. Knees together. Toes together. Big toes and knees together. Really tight. Hold on. and there's my arm bar. One more time, normal speed. Out of all the progressive system moves that we have, this one is my favorite because I consistently pull it off while we do our free rolling. And it's super easy. It's very common, guys will try to grab your head, and if they don't, I can encourage them by going underneath their arm and make them grab my head. So I get this move all the time. Have fun with it.